Hello, welcome to the EFT tapping meeting. Today we'll be discussing a point, and today's point will be side of eye. So we've already done side of hand, eyebrow, and today will be side of eye. Just a little tip, if you would like to tap, so you can pick any point in your body and tap while listening. It may help you have more understanding of what's going on and be able to integrate what you're listening to with your own experiences. So, some points that you could tap on any. We've got side of hand, eyebrow, which is at the edge close to the nose, side of eye, not your temple, but side of eye, under eye, which is the bone right under the eye, under nose, under lip, so above the chin, right below the lip. Collarbone, so we find our collarbone and go 1 inch down or tap in the center of the collarbone. Side of chest, which is the bra strap line, right under your underarm, and top of head, the center of your head, which is also called the crown chakra. So today we are discussing side of eye. So what happens when we tap on the side of eye? And again, you can tap on yourself while listening. So tapping on the side of eye supports overall emotional, psychic, and spiritual energy. What does that mean? So we humans are made of energy. Everything is energy. The flow that happens inside of our body, the blood flow, the oxygen flow, that creates energy. We are made of more than 75% water inside of us. And if you've heard of hydroelectricity, what is that? It is electricity created by water. There's so much water inside of us flowing and moving, and that creates energy. Sometimes you might hear yourself say, I feel tired today. I have low energy. Instinctively, humans know we are energy, right? So tapping on the side of eye supports our energy on an emotional level, because again, emotion is energy in motion, moving energy, and emotions want to continue moving. Stuck emotions causes physical diseases. So tapping here helps these emotions move and flow. It also supports psychic energy. So if you have ever felt your intuition tell you something, that gut feeling that you might have felt before, that is our psychic energy. Humans are made to be so wise, right? We have a higher power inside of us. We have, if you believe in God, God inside of us. We are quite literally made up of particles of the universe. And some people like to call the universe God. I'm one of them. I think God is everything. And so tapping here actually supports that psychic abilities in us. It helps us have stronger intuition, helps us have stronger those gut feelings, and in turn helps you trust yourself more, helps you trust that higher power inside of us, that higher self, higher wisdom, God, universe, nature, whatever you would like to call it. Tapping here helps support that, makes us feel like, yes, I can settle into my own personal power. I can trust myself more. And tapping on the side of eye also taps into or supports our spiritual energy. Now, spiritual, what is that? We've heard of religious, and religious is really the acts of these physical acts, going to church, doing service, whatever physical things you can think of that is in support of a God. Spiritual is the inner part. When we pray, when we believe in God, when we have faith, when we believe in the unknown, have faith, tapping on the side of eye supports that spiritual part of us, the spirit, right? You might have heard people say, there we have a spirit inside of us. Maybe you've said that in the past. What is that spirit? That spirit is that God inside of us. So tapping here helps us feel more connected to the God inside of us. And you can simply say it makes us feel connected to ourselves. Because when we are connected to the God inside of us, we are connected to ourselves because we have that God inside of us. I will go as far as saying we are God, right? We are little drops of the ocean. The ocean is God. We are little drops of that ocean. And a drop of an ocean is also the ocean, and that's us. And the ocean picture that I just said, visualization, it's really just an example of how I would like to describe God. But really, for me, it's everything beyond this universe, beyond the galaxy. It's everything. It's energy, it's love, it's life, it's beyond life. And can you imagine when you feel connected to everything, when you feel one with nature, when you feel one with the ocean, when you feel one with the skies and the stars and the sun and the moon, when we feel one with everything, we feel abundant because the nature universe is abundant. It is meant to be abundant to show us we are abundant. When you take a deep breath and you take another even bigger, deeper breath, the universe will never say, no, you already had a deep breath. I'm not giving you another one. The universe will never say that. The universe always says, yes. And so tapping on the side of I is us saying yes to ourselves. It is feeling connected to everything. It is feeling one with everything. It is feeling abundant and knowing the truth that we are abundant. It goes beyond feeling, it's knowing. So how magical this side of I is when we tap here. And if that's not enough, tapping on the side of I also brings things into view. What does that mean? Now let's come back down to the earth for a moment. We've been flying up into the universe. Back down here on earth, we're human beings, things happen. And sometimes we don't or we can't make decisions properly, right? Sometimes we are confused. Sometimes we just don't know what's right or wrong. Sometimes we don't know what would be the best decision. So tapping on the side of I brings things into view. It helps us see the picture more clearly. If we are confused between two decisions, tapping here, just get your fingers, tap on your side of I, with those two decisions in your mind, ask yourself, what is the better decision? What can I pick? What would be the best decision? Just tapping here and allow thoughts, memories, feelings to come up as you tap, and things will start to get clearer. It'll be easier to make decisions. And just like we just talked about, we have that trust in ourselves already. Our intuition, our gut gets stronger, feeling one with everything. It's easier than now to see in this physical world what are these decisions and what would be the best one for me, or whatever decision you're trying to make, or whatever you're trying to even think of or feel. Sometimes we don't even know what we feel. Sometimes it's hard to know, like, okay, something happened to me. Should I be sad about it? Should I be happy about it? Should I be angry? There's so many feelings sometimes that we have to make decisions with, and tapping here will help us just come to the truth. It is being able to see the truth and then follow the truth. So that is side of I tapping. Now, what body part does the side of I tap into? It taps into the gallbladder meridian. And I'm just going to read this, but gallbladder meridian, the function is it stores and expels bile produced by the liver to aid digestion. It is also believed to play a role in a variety of other bodily functions, including supporting healthy decision making, maintaining courage and assertiveness, and promoting physical flexibility. So some symptoms of imbalance would be bloating, liver pains, yellow discoloration of tongue, skin, or urine. Emotional symptoms include feelings of anxiety and indecisiveness. So let's come back to the gallbladder. Gallbladder aids in digestion, right? When we digest food, what's happening is it's taking the nutrients out of the food, keeping what serves us, and then releasing what does not. So tapping here helps that physically, but also emotionally. It helps us decide what about this situation or experience is serving me that I can keep the lessons from it, and what is no longer serving me so I can release it. And that also helps with healthy decision making. It helps maintain courage and assertiveness. When we feel so one with the universe, when we have this strong psychic ability of trusting ourselves, intuition, or that gut feeling, it helps us feel more courageous. We're no longer doubting ourselves or asking like, am I, what I'm doing, is it right or is it wrong? Now we have developed this courage and assertiveness, right? Assertiveness is being able to stand up for yourself. It's being able to speak up for yourselves. And when we have that self-trust, it's easier to speak up for ourselves. And then it promotes physical flexibility. Physical flexibility, stretching, right? You'll be able to stretch. And how important is stretching? When we stretch, what are we doing? We are supporting the flow inside of us, flow of blood, flow of oxygen, flow of water inside of us. And we feel more like we can move more. And when we can move more physically, we can also move more emotionally and mentally. Being flexible is so valuable, right? Like if you're stuck within a decision, the ability to be flexible and decide maybe these two options are not my only options. Maybe there's a whole world of options, and allowing myself to be more flexible to see beyond what I can see. There's just more freedom. There's more room to grow, more room to move around. And then it also says symptoms include feelings of anxiety and indecisiveness, right? This side of I is really about decision making. It supports you more than just supports you in making decisions. It's so grand. It's that oneness, that self-trust. And I know I've been repeating myself over and over again, but it is so valuable to be able to feel like I am one with the universe, that I have God inside of me, that maybe I am God, right? I have God flowing through my veins. That feeling is indescribable, and it makes you feel like you can do anything in this world. So when you feel that safety, I can do anything, that strength, I have God inside of me, anxiety can slowly melt away, right? Anxiety is about, oh God, what do I do? I don't know what to do. Maybe that person doesn't like me. Maybe I don't like me. I don't know. Lots of like fast, like not knowing. So tapping here, side of I, helps us come into the know of the truth that we are one, we are love, we are abundant, and anything is possible, right? So that is tapping on side of I. Thank you for listening.